Hello, hello YouTube. How's it going? Hope you guys are doing good. Fresh and refreshed from the holidays. Happy New Year, all that good stuff. I'm gonna mute my phone so you guys don't have to hear my phone vibrating right next to the mic. That'll be a good idea. Glad to be back to streaming. Gonna be working on some MMXFPS assets tonight. I'm rigging the, what's it called, the Crusher enemy. So we're pretty much picking up right where we left off. But the cool thing is, one of the cool things is that I got a new graphics card over the holidays. So now Blender runs super fast. In particular, all the rendering, so like cycles and all that stuff. I'll show you guys how different it is. Where's my ringtone? I think it's off? I don't know, I can't tell. Oh, I feel old, I can't work my phone. Alright, anyway. So yeah, we're gonna get going here, have some fun, do some modeling. Feel free to hang out, ask questions, all that good stuff. And I'll get started in just a moment here. Just gonna change what's on my headphones. Got the Zelda and Chill Trilogy by Game Chops as always, for the background music. Cool, all set. Alrighty, so let me change my screen here, sorry about that, there we go. So here we are, and look at that beautiful, beautiful, super fast cycles. This is not Eevee, ladies and gentlemen, this is cycles. Look at how fast that is. You just turn it, it's done. Turn it, it's done. It gets a little wonky during the turn, but generally it's like, it's almost real time now. Thanks to my wonderful chunky new graphics card, which is like double the size of my old one. It's freaking awesome. I'm super pleased with it, how well Blender works with it. It's really amazing. I'm super hyped about that. Hey Jeremy Luck, how's it going? Yeah, more Mega Man indeed. I'm showing off my new graphics card in Blender. This is a beefy one because I got the 4060 Ti, which if you know anything about graphics cards, people complain about that one a little bit because it's almost the same price as the 4070, but here's the cool thing about the 4060 Ti. You can get the 4060 Ti with like 16 gigs of VRAM, which is what I did, which this is like nerdy stuff, but if you're into 3D rendering, you need a lot of VRAM. Like the more VRAM the better, basically, especially for like Blender 3D rendering and stuff. You can just have like a bigger scene, you can have more 4K textures, all that good stuff, and it'll be faster too. So I decided to go for that one with the 16 gigs of VRAM, because even if I got the 4070, it is a better card, but it only has 12 gigs of VRAM, which is still a lot, but not as good. And to put that in perspective, my old video card had 3 gigs of VRAM. Before this, I was running a 1060 GTX whatever MSI card, and it was like 3 gigabytes of VRAM, so it was nothing. So this is 16 gigabytes, and look how fast Cycles is. It's amazing, and also it's a better card too. It's not just about the VRAM, but you know, it's cool though. I'm super hyped on it, and yeah, I'm super happy with how it's been performing. It's really good, super quiet. It's not loud, or the fans don't go going crazy or anything. It's really nice. It's the first time I ever upgraded to my own graphics card too in my computer, so that was scary. I thought it was going to destroy it for sure. I thought I was just going to drop it in the chassis and just like completely destroy my motherboard or something. But it worked out fine. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't even that hard. Just had to move some cables around. It's pretty good. So I've been messing with the textures on this guy a little bit more, and I think I got the textures looking a little bit cooler. I think they're not maybe quite perfect yet, but they're good enough for right now. And he's got his UVs done. You can see the red cuts and all that stuff. So yeah, gonna get going on the rigging. So let me see here. I might switch over to material preview for the rigging. Ooh, check that out. Check how fast material preview loads. It still takes a minute, surprisingly, but pops up there. Yeah, that's probably going to be better for rigging. Just a little more responsive. Or I guess I could run Eevee. Maybe I'll try Eevee. Wow, look how sharp Eevee is. It's amazing. Alright, I'll run Eevee for the rigging for now, until I need the see-through stuff, which might happen pretty soon. But I'll see if I can get started with this. Alright, so let me open up my auto rig stuff. Because one of the things that I really want to try with this model is there is a rigging for a chain, and there's a way you can rig it so that it'll wrap up in a circle, and you can actually pull this piece up just like you would imagine, and it'll hang and swing, I think, too. Possibly. But I gotta see if I can get that to work, so we're gonna try to do that right now. So first thing I gotta do is add an armature, an empty armature. Okay, so we've added an empty armature. Can't really see it. And now I'm gonna add some limbs. I guess it should be multi-pad? Not really sure. We're gonna find out. And then let's go to whatchamacallit. Add limb, and I want to try this right off the bat because I just want to see if it works. So I think it's chain spline IK is the one, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that's the one, I think. Or was that the one? Maybe it was a different one. Wait, let me go back. Was it chain spline IK or was it just a regular spine? No, I think it was chain spline IK. That makes sense. And then it was obviously, if you go to limb options, it's going to be way more count than that. It's going to be like, oh, I don't know. Should probably make it quite a lot because it'll give it more bend. Let's try 20. Sure, let's try that. Okay. Oh, I see. It fits it into the space. That's interesting. Okay, so let's just move that all straight up. And we'll put that one just below. Somewhere like that. And then I think in order to make this fill, I'll just extend them and that should work, but not this one. Just like from here. Wait. There we go. And then I think I just do this. And then if I hit S, is it gonna, yeah, it'll make it wider too, so can I could stretch them more. That might be the way to go. See, that might not even be enough segments though. That still looks a bit chonky. So oh, I don't think it matters. I don't think you can do the Z. I think it's always consistent on the different axes. So let's start with this. It's not quite long enough. Okay. That should be good. And then this one, let's make it go the full length of the doohickey. Pretty much. Just the inside, not the spikes. So now, want to test this, so I'm going to match to rig, and I'm just going to see if this does what I'm thinking it's supposed to do. First of all, if I go into pose mode, okay, I'm in pose mode. So now, is it this one? Oh, there's a top. Okay, so there's this part. This is the tip. It's called the tip controller. Okay, that seems correct. So if I hit R, okay, it's rotating. And if I hit G, it moves up and down. Okay. And if I hit this, it'll shrink. Maybe this isn't the one that I was thinking of, or maybe it's from the other side. That would be weird though. This is the root controller. Interesting. Okay, so that's not what you want. What about this one? Okay. Okay. Okay, so those are all just like basic, controlling the whole thing as a stack. So this can bend it. That's interesting. So which is the one in theory that I'm thinking of? Is this even the right setup? It might not be. Here, let's make sure I'm on individual origins. So if I move an individual piece, it doesn't have any IK connectivity. But if I move this, or is it this? So rotating doesn't do anything. Shrinking doesn't do anything. Was it this one? I thought before shrinking... Oh, it was because my pivot point was down here. Interesting. Okay. So this might be the wrong spline, okay. Because this isn't what I was thinking of. Not exactly what I had in mind. A segment, just a segment, just a segment. Okay, let me go back and let me disable those. So let me instead add a limb again. Chain spine, okay, chain bendy bones, tail spine. Was it spine? I don't think it was spine. Chain bendy bones. I don't know exactly what that will be. But let's try that. Okay, same deal. Let's move it up. Shoot. Wait up, wait up. Deselect this one. And then let me grab this. Okay. Let me, oops. Grab that, extend this up again. Okay. So real quick, just to test this, I'm just gonna apply it, mesh to rig. And then let's see if this one does different than the other one. there's no top controller for this one. So this is just generally moving the whole thing again. What's this do? Same kind of deal. Yeah, I don't think this is the one either. Shoot, it's gonna take me a minute to find which one I was on. Okay, let's add reference bones. Let's disable. Let's add limb. I guess maybe it was a regular spine. That seems strange. Did I have this on? Is that why? Twist exportable. I might have had that. Was it tail? Might have been tail. I thought tail was the one I wound up using for something else though. Go to limb options. Let's bump the count out. I think we're gonna need more like 30. Okay, let's grab this one and all the way up. Yeah, just again to test, let me go ahead and match to rig. Let me just see what this does now. Okay, so this one has a top controller. Okay, so this one sways like this and swings. That I remember. But how did I get it to do the thing where it like rolls up? That's the thing that I want, because was it like that or was it a different one? Can't remember. Stuck on this thing. Okay, there we go. So it'll roll up, but then it doesn't come straight down, it sort of furls out. I don't think that's what I was looking at before. I think there was a different one that did this differently. But in a pinch, this could, in theory, kind of work. Like if I... Let's see, if I also grab this, will that... No, I won't. Interesting. Okay, so in theory you could do this, and then it could just come down like this. It doesn't have to roll up. But I thought I had it working before in a way that actually rolls up, which would be nice if I could get that to work. But this will be pretty good for animating, just like swinging a little bit, like swing if I can't get it to work physics-based. There's probably a way to get it to work physics-based though. But yeah, like moving forward, that would make sense. You know, moving like this. And then it can lift up and drop down. So that's the most important parts. I don't know why I can't get it to... I don't know if I'm even remembering it correctly. I thought there was another one that rolls up more. I'll have to experiment with it a little bit more. Because that's clearly rolling up, but it's not... it's like whipping out. hope that's not what I was thinking of. So that's clearly not right. But no, I don't think it was tail. I think it was a different one that I had going a different way. Maybe with the twist controllers or something. So this is good. But I'm going to do an incremental save, and I'll come back to 2 if I can't figure out a better way. But I'm going to go ahead and disable this and try to figure out how to do it the way I was doing it before. Oh, why isn't it disabling? Okay, hopefully that didn't mess anything up. Okay, so add a limb, and I tried this one, I tried this one. Could it have been regular spine? Could a regular spine act like that? That's interesting. Yeah, let's give it a shot. It's the only one I haven't tried yet, so maybe it is. Limb options, let's bump the count up to 30-ish. Master controller. Stretch and squash. Okay, because I think this one is supposed to be more for like a literal spine. So I don't think this is what I'm going to be looking for ultimately, but I just want to see if this is the right one or not. But I don't think it is. This is like an anatomical spine, I think. So I'm gonna just try this again. Let's match to rig. Oh, that's interesting. It's a lot of... Did it give each section its own master? It's kind of strange. This doesn't look familiar. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so this one's also doing the whipping wrapping thing. With that controller. And this is just a separate controller. And each one of these is a separate controller, and they don't have their own IK. Going back or up or down. Oh, they do have up. But it's, yeah, okay, I see. This is just grabbing the whole thing. That's interesting. Not what I'm looking for still. What is this controller? This is just a tilt? Okay, let me try something. Let me go to limb options. Edit reference bones, I guess I have to first. Then go to limb options, then go to... Oh, this one doesn't have an option for... Okay, what if I got rid of that? Or what if I add this? Is that more like the thing I was thinking of? Still this. And still this. Okay, so this one... I mean, at least it has more options. I don't know what I would use this for. Interesting. Well, if this was upside down, it would work great for, like, the deployment of it. Sort of. But again, I still think I remember one other one. What the heck was it then? Could it have been chain spline IK with tip and root? You could have two roots. Spline middle left, right. Bendy bones count, IK bones count. Number of bendy bones per bone for a smoother result. Not compliant, okay. So that wouldn't really make. Oh, I can choose advanced. Oh, maybe this is why. Interesting. Stretch, do I not have a choice? Okay. Let's go to 30. Every nth bone. Sure, let's try 2. And then no other options, just stretch. Okay, let's try that. Let me just match the rig. I just gotta test this real quick. Oh, did it? That doesn't look right. Hang on. Yeah, I better set it up because that might. I don't know if that's left over, or if that's just hash data or something. Let's see. Okay. Let's hit match, and then so these are the new controllers. Oh, okay, this is the one I was thinking of, because see how this can pull through now? Yeah, so it's like working like a rope or a chain. Okay, so we're on the right track. This is what I was thinking of. But I gotta see which controller is doing which up here. So this is still the shifting thing. Now this should be... Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't pull it all the way through, it just pulls the top ones. Oh, is it because of this? No, that's pretty much just stuck there. Okay. This is still here. Okay, it's this one. So, it's, I think it's like upside down basically, because if I pull this from the bottom, I think what's going to happen is it's going to pull the chain through this whole thing. Yeah, so it's pulling like a chain. Okay, so I think I know what I was thinking with this. Because if that pulls like a chain, is there a controller for that? It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. So you just gotta pick it manually. So you just pick like the bottom, and then you can pull it, and it'll pull the chain through. So, okay. And is that the full length of the chain? Looks like it, yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so this looks to be the whole length of the chain. What is this? This is a middle controller, okay. That's good. Is there only one of those? That's interesting. I wonder if these are left over. Did these do anything at all? I don't know. Those might be left over. So my only other thing is, let's alt, put everything back where it belongs. If if I pull on this one, it doesn't do the same thing. It just stretches. Same with this one, it just stretches. Which is interesting. I don't know how particularly useful that is though. Same kind of thing about that one. Oh, and if I grab that controller, it'll move all those controllers, but it doesn't seem to have an effect on the bones themselves. That's strange. Okay, so this might be, I don't know if this is a conventional thing, or if this is kind of stupid, but I think what my thinking was, if I can have that, if I can have this chain kind of working like a chain here. Oh, I wasn't reading the chat, sorry. Hey Darth Alien, what's up? Darth Alien says, highly recommend Gravity Circuit. I think any Mega Man fan would like it, and it's on sale on Switch eShop now. Gravity Circuit? I'll check that out. Sounds cool. Platformer? Like Mega Man, I assume? So my thinking is if I grab this chain, like say if I was to grab it here and pull it through, you can pull it all the way through, right? So, and these are the guides. It seems to be following these guides all the way down. So if I adjust these guides now, does that adjust everything? No. What about this? No. This? No. What about the green middle one? Yeah, so you can pull on that one and it'll do the same kind of thing. Oh, that's interesting. So I can pull the green one and I don't have to flip it because the green one works from the top. It seemed like. Oh, but not from that end. Okay, so it works like down here. If I were to pull it, okay, so it's just all relegated to this end. That's the thing. Okay. So the only way I could get this to work in the way that I had it working in my mind, I think would be if I set up the bones in a spiral to begin with, and then pull through from the spiral. But to be honest, I think that's more work, more trouble than it's worth. I think it would probably be better to just have this extend from there and just have it like thought so that the coil is here underneath all this. That's probably the better way to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could just try that real quick and just start doing that and see if it even works. Like if I just took these reference bones, I don't even know how I would do this exactly. If I rotate one of these, it just rotates one. Oh, okay, and that's the bendy part that they talk about. Okay, so it's bendy bones. And then... Okay, so if I grab the top one versus the bottom one. Okay, so in theory, I could grab all these. And let me think, if I'm pulling it through from the bottom. Okay, yeah, I think then what I would do is, in theory, it would be like, something like this that I would have to do. So I could manually, I think, set this up this way. And in theory, it would work. I think. But we'll find out. The question is, how do you then chain it, like how do you assign those, how do you weight paint that? Like how do you weight paint it as a spiral to begin with? It's almost like you would have to weight paint it first and then pose it. I don't think that would work. But just out of curiosity, let me see if this even makes sense. Let me see if this will even do what I'm thinking it's gonna do. This is probably not the right way to do this. I realize that, but I just want to give it a try. Because I think it might work. And if it did, that would be interesting. Go this side. Pull that up. Okay, so I'm gonna... it's probably okay. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Darth Alien says, yeah, platformer with clear Mega Man inspiration, similar aesthetic and great music, still unique in its own way. Cool. Gravity Circuit, okay, I'll check that out for sure. Sounds awesome. Okay, so I'm going to match this to rig. It looks like an absolute mess. Normally, if I was gonna do this and it works, I would spread out this coil so it's like, it makes sense like as a coil. But I'm just testing this real quick, so I just want to see. Now, in theory, if I pull this down, it should pull down like a chain. And look at that, that's exactly what it does. It pulls down like a chain, and it unravels like a chain. Look how, that's quite novel. That you can rig like that, I didn't know you could do that. So yeah, it pulls down just like a chain, and it unravels on that guide that we created. That's really cool. So you could look like rig up a legitimate chain in theory and set it up like that. The question is though, again, how do you weight paint that? You could either start off with like a really clear coil and just follow it very carefully. That might be the way to do it, since I know this works now. And then just be very cautious when setting up the bones. Like make a separate thing for it, so you can just isolate that and look at that. But I think that would totally work. So I'm sort of glad that I'm documenting this so I can refer back to this if I want to try that. I think I'm going to go for the easy way for this, just because this is just one enemy of many pieces of work that I have to do. And if I find that I have time later, when I've gotten more work done on this project, I can always come back and add the coil as a little, you know, higher quality element. But for now, I'm going to do it the easy way with the stretching. It's very cool to see that this works though. I'm quite pleased to find that that... did exactly what I thought I would. Yeah, you can just pull that right down and it just uncoils just like it should. All the way down the full length. Oh wait, where are all the controllers now? Is it working? Am I in the right spot? Let's see. Yeah, it's coming down. It's just not pulling the red controllers for whatever reason, which is interesting. I wonder if I pull on those, does anything happen? Yeah, something happens. Not what you would expect. It's kind of weird. Okay, that's interesting though. So yeah, I will totally reference this in the future if I want to come back and, you know, make something way more complicated than it needs to be. But yeah, because, well, now I'm thinking about it, because how hard would that be? I mean, it would definitely add a little bit of time to rigging this, but, you know, maybe an extra couple hours. Do I want to coil that up? Because the question is also, how much quality is this actually adding to the game to just make the coil uncoil as opposed to just feed out of this thing and just pretend the coil is in this mechanism. So I think I'm going to be smart about this one, and I'm just going to do this the simple way for now, yeah. And then, like I said, in the future, if I have extra time, I can come back and do it coiled. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to save this as a reference, and then I'm going to go back to loading my incremental save, which was 02, and that should be a more simple setup. Okay, yeah. So let me see what I have here exactly. So this way, the controller works like this and like this, so you can swing it, and then to shrink it, all you have to do is grab the bottom. Or do you have to grab the whole thing? That's the question. Oops. Nope, not like that. What if I did it like this? No, I think you have to grab the whole thing. So what you would do is you would just select from here and just go all the way up on the individual origin. Yeah, and then you can just raise it. You can raise it like this and lower it like this. And that'll probably be the way to go for now. Okay. I think that'll work. I mean, that could fail too, so we'll have to see how that goes. Edit the reference bones. Okay, let me fix this bone. Okay, that's probably fine to have that go through there a little bit. It's okay. And then, so that'll be that whole piece. Okay. And so this is technically what? This is technically a tail. Okay. So now we will add what's the best? I guess just a one section spine for the top part, and then the propeller is the last thing, which would be the neck maybe. Okay, yeah, so maybe add a spine. And just make that 2 sections. Wait, is the neck separate? No. So spine should work in theory, just with 2 sections. And then master controller. I don't think we'll need a master controller. Oh, actually, we probably, yes, we do. Okay. And then, oops. Okay, and then, so can I, oh. What happened? Why can't I move this now? Oh, is that? Oh, that's the bottom bone of the other thing. That's not the spine. I don't know why that's selected. So this is now the spine. And I can move this up. This to be up here, and so it's just root and O1. It doesn't call it neck, but there is a way to add an. I think neck is connected to the head, so I think that's a separate thing. So then if I match to rig, let me exit pose mode real quick, let me see where this piece ends. Oh, they're all one piece now. Hang on. Yeah, I just want to make that a separate piece. And then let's go back to the armature. Let's go back to pose mode. And it... Is this the controller? For spine 01 and spine root master? Okay. Sure. Okay. That should work. Okay, that's fine. And then grab just that one, and we'll make this a separate piece as well. I think that's the way to go here. Oh, shoot. Grab all that. Okay, and then selection. And then I think for this part, I can press that. I should. Okay. Edit reference bones. From this and then down. Okay, so from that, shoot, I keep pressing that. So if I wanted to scan just those parts, let's not split parts. Let's go to sure. Selected bones only. Okay, selected bones only, and then can I select this one, and then can I select just the controllers, or do I have to select the bones? I feel like I have to select the bones. Okay. Okay. So in theory, this should work. So let's skin to selected bones only. Bind. Let's just see what happens here. It's probably not gonna work. Match to rig. So now if I move this, okay, that worked. That definitely worked. It just didn't select the bottom piece. Okay, that's an easy fix though. Okay, so if I go to edit reference bones in this one, and then I go to blade painting. Wait. Oh shoot, I forgot. There we go. And then, so, okay, so I know what I need to do. Wait, let me go back to close mode real quick. And what is the bottom one called? This is tail 29, this is tail 28. Is this tail 30? No. Are there 29 or are there 30? It should be 30 unless it starts at 0. Does it start at tail 0? Yeah, it does. Okay, tail 0, so that's why it's 29. And then 29 is the last one. Okay, so this last one is going to control the entire bottom disc. So tail 29. I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to weight paint. And for the vertex group for tail 29. What? Why does that only go up to 8? That doesn't make sense. What? That's weird, boys. None of these are painted. Except tail 8. Oh no, they are, but they're all... What? Why is it like that? That doesn't make any sense. And yet it seems to be working. Just try and do what makes sense. So if I select, hang on. So if I go to 1 and assign these all to 8, is that gonna do it? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, that does seem to... Oh, I see what happens. Yeah, it's only bending at the top sections. Okay, so this is the problem. Right. I don't know why it didn't create the other vertex groups. That's an automated issue. It should create one for every single bone. It seems like it didn't skin them all. So I would have to go back and try to redo the skinning. Maybe the smarter way to do it then would be to separate the chain from everything. And then it'll just read the chain. Maybe it's getting confused because of the big part at the end. Okay. Is this already skinned? Yeah, this is still skinned. So... oh shit, okay, let's see. Let's go to skin. Let's go to edit reference bones. I'm trying to select all here and see it's they're not all bound though, so deselect these ones. I'm trying to unbind them, but it won't let me. Oh shoot. Oh, here we go. Unbind. Okay. So now it should be unbound. Darth Hylian says only downside is the game is short and the last boss is really difficult. That's not always necessarily a downside. Sometimes short is good, especially for platformers. I don't think platformers are necessarily suited to be super long. How short is it though? Like super short. Let me see here. So what was I doing? Oh yeah. So now I can just separate these objects completely. So let me go to just like this and keep that a separate piece on its own. Okay. And then let me go back to object mode. Let's just connect. Let's just bind these. And see if that does what I want it to. That didn't do anything. Okay. Click that, click that. Bind, please. Are you binding? Doesn't seem like it's binding. Yeah, it's not binding. Do I need to go back to... I think I need to go to edit reference bones and select the bones specifically. Okay. And then let's go to skin, select the bones only, and it should bind just to that object. Okay, it looks like that did it. Match to rig, and we're in pose mode, still not binding. Super cool, super cool. Let's try and get this to bind. Why is it not binding? Is this just too simple an object? It's not picking up on it? Bind? No. Not working. That's weird. Was I in edit reference bonds when I bounded the last time? Was that what happened? Okay, let's do this. Let's go back to... That seems like it worked. But then... Oh, shoot. I can't get this to bind at all now. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so it's got... I don't know why that's not binding. Can I do it just the normal? Maybe that's why, because it still has a modifier there, and it shouldn't. Let me delete this modifier. And then can I do this? Selected bones. I don't think that's doing anything. Man, I don't know what's wrong with it. Rig. Go to edit reference bounds, go to select those reference bounds. This one's so annoying. And then can I skin before I match to rig? I should be able to. The object selected, it seems like it binds when I do that. Is this again? Let's see. Again, it still has this rig modifier, so it's like not binding. I don't know why. Let's see. Skin. Can I just bind? And then if I go back to this object, see it has a rig now. It says it's bound to the rig now. But it's not. Or at least the vertex groups aren't. So I don't know why. Selected bounds. Oh, I remember I did it worked before though, so I don't think that's the problem. Let me get rid of this again. Let me go to... That's weird. Is it just because it's too simple of a shape? Because before when I had this connected and this connected, it at least bound. Does it bind when I do it now? No, so I guess that's not the problem. It could just be broken. Sometimes this program gets broken, I think, right away. Darth Hylian says, this rig is pretty neat. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Darth Hylian. It'll be good once I get it working. But yeah, I don't understand this. Sometimes this program does get broken and you kind of have to start over if you do too many actions, I've noticed. That could be what's happening here. I don't want to set up all the bones again, but maybe that's the only option at this point. Let's go to reopen this file. Fresh. That's right, I already had the bones set up anyway. Okay, so cool. So let me try to separate these again, but this time I'm just going to make this its own object. If I remember the shortcut keys, my selection, and then do I try now or do I try? Because the thing with the selected bones only is I don't think it works just by selecting the controllers. Maybe it does though. I don't know. Let's oh, and I didn't add the spine yet. Okay, so should I do that first? No. I guess I don't have to. Hopefully. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and try to yeah, I guess I don't even have to do selected bones only then in that case. So let's just preserve volume, skill fix. Don't split parts. Yeah, in theory that should work. Okay, so let's try to bind that. So it's... Did it work? Did it work? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's perfect. That's exactly what I was trying to get to start. Yeah, so this is the thing about AutoRig Pro. It just sometimes just freaking breaks and it doesn't work. I don't know why. It's a problem. But oh, I just had a thought. I wonder if I could do it like this and then pull it through with the controller that I used before so that I wouldn't have to coil it manually. That could work too. It's okay. Anyway, I got this working finally, so that's pretty good. Now I just got to attach the bottom piece and we should be moving here. Let's get this bottom piece, and is that the last one? Tail 29? Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to object mode, let's go to this, let's go to not that, let's go to this and this. Let's go to weight paint. Oh, and I have to... I can't weight paint multiple objects at once? Is that the case? Yeah, okay. So what... Okay, so now it has all the groups. So this should work then. Let's go back to object mode. Let's combine these two. Not parent. What am I trying to do? Control J, not Control P. And then go back to weight paint mode. And then if I select 29, I should just be able to, let's see, where's the regular thingy? This one. Okay, so then I can select all those, and I can also go in and do that, and then all that should be 1 and assigned to 29. That should do what I think it's going to do. Yeah, let's try this. And there we go. Beautiful. Just what I wanted. Oh, wait. Is it doing something to the spikes? Oh no, they just look weird because it's on transparent. Okay. Yeah, they're fine. Okay, cool. So got that working. The only issue that might come up is Here, let me do this, and then is this the controller for 29? No, this is for the entire thing. 29 is this little teeny tiny one. So let me just modify that real quick so I can actually see where it is. Let's make that a bigger than normal one. So I know that's the bottom controller. Apply. So now I can rotate that one separately. Okay, that works pretty well. It clipped a little bit, but I could move the top part a little higher. I don't think I'm gonna get much bending on right on that edge anyway. That's fine for now. And then, so I'm worried that it might crunch this a little bit though, if I'm using scale to bring this back up. That's my only fear. Right now, let's see what happens. Yeah, so it slims it down when you pull it up. This is a problem. So can I not select this one? And will it still pull it up? Yes, but it still bends it too. That's strange. Why does it do that if I'm not selecting that one? What if I don't select the bottom two? It still does that. That's very strange. Is that because of the IK? It's just connected that way? Okay, this could be a problem. What happens if I just move this up? It just doesn't connect. Oh, okay. We might have more problems. What happens if I move this up? It rotates, apparently. That's interesting. Okay, so I can't move up by that. If I move up by this, I can do that. Obviously, it's going to clip through, though. I guess... I mean, this isn't ideal at all. Could I shrink down? Towards here? No. Maybe I have to make this a separate piece, like a head. If this is a spine, and if I can make that a head or a hip, maybe it won't shrink with the rest of them when I shrink the spine. That might be the solution. Okay. So in that case, let's undo that weight painting real quick. Let's see if I can get back to that spot. Okay, so now, if I go to object, it should just be this tail part, right? Don't think, can't see the controller. Okay, so this is only affecting the tail. Okay, good. So then this, I think I will have to add a separate piece, but it's a tail. So can I even connect if this is the end of the tail? I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Let me see. Add limb. This is a tail. Or is it just a spine? No, it's a tail. So then if I go to I guess I could just add another tail at the end of it with just one section, and maybe being separate will be enough. But if it's parented, maybe that is the thing that's going to make it still shrink, so this might not work at all. Let's just try it though. No bendy bones. Let's do 0 bendy bones. I can't do 0 bendy bones? Okay, I don't know why. Sure, let's do this, and then something like that. Okay. And so I guess what I would have to do is inherit those, and then go to no, not that. I gotta match to rig first. And then, so I have this, this is still 29, or this is Duplo 1. Oh, that's 29. Okay, so this is before I adjusted it, so this is the new one, okay. And currently this is connected to nothing. So let's go ahead and go to object mode. Let's go from here to here and then weight paint. And now I should be able to assign this to not tail 29. Oh, see, it doesn't have the thing yet though. Oh, interesting. Why wouldn't it have a group yet? Does it not automatically add the group with the new bone? And if so, does that mean I have to skin it again in order to get it in there? So many questions. Alright, let's just do that. And hopefully that doesn't mess up what I already had going, because it was going very well. Oh, that may have done it perfectly, automatically. Wow, it's nice when things work out. Okay, let's see, just to make sure. Yeah, that did pretty much exactly what I wanted it to. That's kind of amazing. Wow, I didn't think that would work. Okay, so does that fix the shrinking problem though? That's the question. Let's find out. I have a feeling that it won't. I have a very bad feeling that it won't. It seems like too easy of a solution. Yeah, it's still shrinking because it's I'm pretty sure it's shrinking still because it's parented to the next bone. So if you're shrinking it at all, you're gonna shrink it. You're gonna shrink the whole thing just because it's parented. It just treats it like an extension of the same thing. So okay, let's try doing this. Let's see if I do shrink it with it. Then what happens if I just try to unshrink the one section? Doesn't do anything. What happens if I try to unshrink two sections? Doesn't do anything. That's interesting that you can't. Oh, there we go. You just have to do it manually. But then the problem is you get the length back too, don't you? Let's see. Okay, so that's horrible. That's gonna be awful to animate, but you know, it would work. This is a potential solution. We've at least got it functioning. Oh, I wonder. You know, there's probably a way to just lock the scale on a particular bone, right? Yeah, limit scale. Yeah, you can probably do that. Okay, so let me try doing that. Alt-S, Alt-G. And let me see if for this particular bone, which is the bone that this is attached to, if I can add a constraint to just limit scale. Is that the best way? Limit scale. Seems like it. And let's just limit it to, ooh, sorry, it should probably all be 1. Let's just say these are all 1. Transform tools are affected by this constraint as well. I don't know. Okay, let's just see what happens now. I just try to do that again. Okay. Hey, there we go. Solution, much better solution. So now we can shrink it. The problem is it actually does shrink. Well, what if we just shrink on Z? Okay, that way. Yeah, so if we just shrink it on Z, we can bring it all the way up. Beautiful. Does get a little tight there, hard to shrink in, but that's okay. And that's pretty good. We can shrink it right all the way up, and then we can extend it all the way down. Although it is quite a lot to do that. But I think for animation that won't matter too much. So that might be the way to go. Yeah, I'm glad I thought to use a constraint on that bone. That's really useful. And it worked even just using the rig. I didn't have to go into the bone editing. So that's solid. Okay. Let me see now. Just do a quick test. Let's save this and save incremental. Yeah, we already saved incremental, so let's save as an alternate. Or let's not alternate, let's just test. Quick test 02. Okay, so let me just do a quick animation and see how that looks. Full character, and then let's just take on like, I don't know, maybe two seconds, something like that. I think this is on 24 frames right now. So let's do like 2 seconds to pull this thing up. Oh wait, I'm gonna select this one. Why isn't that working? Oh, because I have all this selected, yeah. Okay. So let's just see. That looks pretty good. And let's do an ease in. Or is it ease out? No, it's ease out. That's what we want. Because that means as it gets to the top, it'll slow down. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Sick. Nice, that looks pretty good. And then if you want to get fancy, you can even like, you know, mess with how, like at the top, it can have a little jiggle. Let's see, if this is 24 seconds, we could do 260. And then to 72. And then to 84. And then to 96. That'll probably be a little shrink that down a little bit to be a little quicker. Maybe like a half a second total. Yeah, that's not bad. Probably bring that last frame in a teeny tiny bit. Maybe 2. Oops. Make it a little faster. Yeah, something like that. And let's make the whole thing a little faster. Let's bring that down to like a 1.5 seconds or so. Something like that, that'll probably be better. Okay, so fruits of the labor. Not bad. Hey, not bad at all. Alrighty. Cool. Not bad for an hour and a half. That is super decent looking, if I do say so myself. Let's get some Eevee in this. Up in here. I could say bitch, I don't know why I didn't say it. Yeah, check it out. It's sick. Cool. Could even probably do cycles with a new graphics card. Let's try it. See, this is expecting too much. It's not gonna work. It's gonna be super janky. No, I'll see it anyway. Oh, it kind of works. That's funny. Yeah, it's definitely janky though. Alright, let's go back to Eevee. Nice, man. That's pretty good. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna call it quits right about there. That's pretty good progress. So now the only part that I have left to rig for this guy is the propeller, basically. So I'll create a bone for the main body and for the propeller like I was before. And now that we got this set up, that's all good. If I come back to where this is extended down, we can also very easily, with the tail rig, the way this is set up, bend it this way for like if he's flying forward, and then just tilt, you know, the top part forward, and that'll look like he's flying forward, backward, side to side, all that good stuff. So this should work good. And then can I spin this with this? Yeah, you can spin it as well, so that'll also be good because we'll probably want that because it'll look cooler if it's spinning, I think. That wasn't in the original game, but I think it'll look good for this. Cool, so this is looking very good. I was really worried about whether or not I was going to be able to get this to work at all in one night, but it's working pretty good so far. It was probably a good idea to go the simple way and not make it coil as well. So, cool. I will be streaming again tomorrow night, more than likely. Probably working on this again. Depends how much I get done with it during the day, but yeah. Thanks for tuning in, anyone who tuned in. Thanks for the thumbs up, Wolf. Sorry, I'm tuning out right now. I don't know if you just got here or not, but yeah. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks again. As always, I always appreciate the support, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Bye-bye.